Hello, this is Reverend J.L. Franklin, President of the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. That's right, for action. Listen, we have an exciting time for you. We'll talk about some things as those of us who live here in Louisiana and Calcasieu Parish, really across the state, know that it is election time. And that's exactly what we want to talk about. But first of all, let me encourage you. You desire to be a member. You desire to be a freedom fighter. Just give us a call on the Freedom Fighter hotline, 337-215-5353. Or if you would like to provide a contribution to make sure that we stay firm in the fight and on the field, then you can do so. P.O. Box 836, Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70602. Make it out, Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. Now, let's get right into it. Here's the president's viewpoint. We're talking about the qualified candidates who are vying for office. Election, again, the October the 12th, 2019. Now, let's get right to it. We do want you to know there are the state elections. Our governor, of course, who is the incumbent, and there are several others who are running for office. Lieutenant Governor, there he is, an African American who's running for Lieutenant Governor. I want you to educate yourselves on all of these offices. State Secretary of State, Attorney General, and let me go back to Secretary of State, because Gwen Collins Greenup, she's an African American, and listen, she ran last time, and boy, I'm telling you, she did a tremendous job. She's running again. She's not the incumbent, but she's running, and she's a Democrat. Something for you, perhaps, to consider, as you will consider all of the other candidates. Attorney General race, your state treasurer race, your commissioner of agriculture and forestry. There's an individual, there's an African American who's running in that race. Your commissioner of insurance. Then we get to the Bessie Board who provide and take care of all of the schools in our state. We have somewhat 630,000 students in the entire state of Louisiana. So there's a Bessie Board member that's being voted upon. Then, of course, we have several state races. Now, what's interesting is that it's election for your state reps, election for state senators. Over 55 of them are running for election. Some of the incumbents have already they have gone in unopposed. I've called several of them and commended them for their race. And so, but there are some races that are up for grabs. And so we want to monitor those races. District Senate, District 25, that race, there are 3 in that race, and please educate yourselves. But what is the most compelling race in my viewpoint is, of course, District 34. And that's the race that I think we're solely interested in. 3 persons who are running for that race, Judge Wilford Carter, and who has done a tremendous job. Of course, he was a state rep and he was a judge. And then, of course, you've got Kevin Guidry, who has been a police jury, and you have Matilda Green Miller. All 3 of them are running for this office. Now, I want to tell you, there's also several police jury seats that are up. And District 2, Christopher Archinard, Mr. Collins, Calvin Collins, who is, of course, the incumbent. Mike Smith is running in that race. District 3, Eddie Earl Lewis, and Shelley Mayo is the incumbent. District 4, of course, the police jury, District 4, Tony Guillory is the incumbent, and Priscilla Sam is running in that race. There's another race I think you should pay note to. That's District 7. And of course, there's an African American running in that race. And Chris Landry is the incumbent. But that African American that's running in that race is Chris Carroll. So please pay note to that. There are a lot of African Americans living in District 7, and that's a seat up for grabs. And I want to tell you, if you live in District 7, you be sure, very sure, to get out to vote. Now, here's District 9. There are 2 persons in District 9 running for, because that's a seat available. There is no incumbent there. Anthony Barty, all right? And then Schuyler Olivier is running. I think I got that name right. Listen, educate yourselves. Now, here's what I've always said. You don't want to vote along the lines of popularity. And by the way, there's a sheriff's race here. There are two persons running against the incumbent, who is Tony Mancuso. And Jimmy Richard is running in that race. Also, Elizabeth Gray Carrier from DeQuincy is running. And both of them are African Americans running in that race. So it's going to be quite interesting. But I want to encourage you, get educated. And I'm going to tell you, we say what you think. I'm telling you, you better get ready for us, because we're going to come every week. We're going to be talking about these elections, and we're going to be talking about what these individuals have already done as opposed to what they say they're going to do. So rest assured, you get ready, because the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action, we're coming to you. Oh, yes, we are. So you might as well get ready, because I am excited to talk about all of these candidates. God bless you. Until next time.